St. Benedict said, "Listen, beloved, with the ear of your heart." Love is the only thing there is, the entirety of the nature of what is, and that which isn't is only known inside of this love and cannot be separated from love. A thought that says something is not is a thought happening about a thing assumed absent, that right then is appearing as a thought form and is then appearing inside of love. In this way, love is the author of the nature of reality. Even unreality is a thought, a dreamt object happening in reality. Reality or love is the only thing there is. Indeed, all we need is love, and love is all we need. Unfortunately, as we see here, love is all there is. The love that is present at one time and absent at another is better described as a sense feeling appearing inside of love. The human appropriation of love as a replaceable feeling that comes and goes is better understood as a subjectively appearing objective experience. That is, an object or singular meaningful item that is sometimes experienced and at other times experienced only by its absence. The sensation of this is known directly as a sensation appearing inside the idea of a body and with a culturally applied pattern or meaning. For example, the romantic idea of love, of a one, is a fundamental cultural imperative. But in actuality, the feeling of non-separation found in intimate relationships is routinely available as an experience of the absence of separation known during numerous experiential sources: in nature, on retreat, during meditation, using substances, or during intimacy and such. But absolute love does not happen in time, at a time, and not at other times. Absolute love is never absent. Such love is not lost and cannot be occasionally found. Love is that in which everything else is uncovered or discovered. But love itself is not discovered, because love is not a thing, but appears to itself as many things, everything inside of itself, as a sensation, a movement of an energy, such as loss or grief, despair and happiness. In this way, love can be described as blind, and in this way, the knowing of being in love is blinding. Love is absolute. Love is the absolute. Love is infinite, and the finite cannot exist outside of this infinite. In fact, the finite is the infinite knowing itself. Ignorance, then, is the illusion of the absence of love. And longing is the knowing of love as something known and imagined, that through ignorance of its very nature seems to have dissolved and is routinely desired. This is the relative lie of love. Love is not mere romance, a singular child, nor even God's, but the knowing element of all of these and many more. Love is the experience of the absence of separation between this and that, from inquiry to understanding. Questions may appear, answers follow, and both question and answer and apparent movement between one to apparent other are all known inside love. When love knows itself, it is then the knowing of understanding, the experience of understanding. The fullness of time, the ripeness of time, are in fact the appearance of the very absence of time, when luminosity shines over every search and every question. We move out of perceived control into a next search for meaning to the question rising. We then surf the blustery weathers of powerlessness and paradox, of not knowing, of an unknown, of mystery. Wisdom rides the waves of such mystery well. Wisdom washes the waves of inquiry with wide-eyed wonder. Wisdom waits and waits, until understanding is the knowing element to experience. Right then, truth evaporates the unknowing, and love is known. Now, having discovered through such inquiry that all apparent things are imitations of the good sought, what is seen is how all passing away things point to this something good, belong to something good, or to God, to use religious words. Wisdom is the knowing of the love of God, and not that God is love, but that love, in the absolute sense, is the God. Love is that in which numerous attachments to incalculable demigods modulates, as God knows and expresses itself to itself. Yet our earthly illusion is that each successive item of next worship, each new possession, is the knowing of the totality of God, the totality of love. And so we soon lament when this new objective possession and wounded worshipping fails in time, fails, falls, and fades. But this love does not happen in time. Love is not a thing happening at one time or place and then not happening at another time or place. As we've said, love is never absent. Love is outside of time, and time is an idea that comes and goes inside love. But love is not divided by time, by an apparent thought called time, or one that appears then disappears. Love is the you that never disappears. Love remains.